My ex dumped me to get a kitty pounded by sweaty frat guys. Me 23 with ex 23F, we were high school sweethearts. She left me to have fun in college. Now is out of school, back home and is pissed and has everyone else pissed at me because I won't take her back. Sorry the title was super wordy. But it kind of explains most of the problem here. We had been together since we were juniors in high school. We were each other's first everything and I thought that we were going to be together forever. But she went away to college and midway through her freshman year she comes home and tells me before she leaves that while she loves me with all of her heart and I am the one she wants to be with forever and marry, that while she is in college she does not want to be tied down and needed to be able to have her fun. She was telling me this as though she were explaining the directions to hooking up a computer. In other words, no emotion, just simply statements of facts, and my thoughts and feelings on the situation did not matter. She even went on to tell me that she wanted to make sure I knew she would always practice safe sex for our future together. Well, my reaction I guess was not what she planned. Needless to say, I'm not very proud of how I reacted at the time, but I became very emotional with her. I begged her not to do this and that under no circumstance would I ever consider this okay. She basically said I was being immature and that once a couple of weeks passed I would be able to talk to her rationally. Oh, and as a bonus she wanted to get my assurance that I would practice safe sex as well for when we got back together. The 2 weeks went by and she called me and acted like no big deal. But as we started to end the call she wanted to make sure that I was better about her sleeping with other guys. I use the present tense because as she then informed me in that 2 weeks she had already slept with 2 other guys. Again, not proud of this now, but I broke down when she told me this. She said she did not want to hurt me so she wouldn't be telling me anymore about what she does. I told her that I had no desire to talk with her anymore, period. That I was willing to work on things before she slept with other people, but that was the end of it for me, and I told her I was done. She said once again that I was being immature and that she would just wait on me to contact her when I was grown up enough to understand that there is a difference between sex and love. That was the last time I spoke to her until about 1 month ago when she moved back home and showed up at my house one night acting like we had been together and not apart for 3 years. She did not expect nor appreciate my reaction to her showing up. I opened the door and there she was with a big smile on her face. She immediately asked to come in and I said I would come outside, which obviously caught her off guard. I asked what she wanted and she said, and I quote, "Well, that's a hell of a way to greet someone you love." To which I told her that she was delusional and that whatever love I had for her died the day she told me she had already started having sex with other men. She honestly had a very confused look on her face and then said, and I quote again, "Are you still uptight about all of that?" and then said, "I would have thought by now you would have grown up about that." I told her that not only was I not over it, that I would never be over it other than to be over us. At which time she proceeds to say to me, "You mean to tell me you're throwing away everything that we are together because of some stupid physical issue? I know we love each other and are meant to be together, so how do we fix this?" I was just dumbstruck. How in the fuck can one person be this stupid? I asked her what I was throwing away. We have not spoken in almost 3 years other than via text, and even then it was her texting me and not me replying. She left very disappointed and that should have been the end of it. But here is the kick in the ass. I have now been inundated by friends, her family, and hell even some of my family wanting to know why I was throwing away someone so special. I ended up telling my family members the truth, and after they heard about it they quickly recanted and told me to tell her to fuck off. But to her family I just said she dumped me years ago and we hadn't been together for almost 3 years. This came as a shock to them, as she had been telling them all along that we were still a couple, and even when she was home on breaks would tell them we planned on marrying. At first they didn't believe me that we hadn't seen each other in years, and I'm still not sure they do. But the friends are the ones that piss me off the most. They know the truth and yet they think I am being weird about all of this. They said when you are young you are supposed to play the field, but if you love someone you know that in the end you will be together. I don't have enough time to write out all of the words I said to them, but I can assure you it was laced with lots of curse words. I am now down a few friends, but they weren't friends really anyway. Here is why I'm here. I feel good and confident about my decision. However, because I have had so many people question me, I am here to ask anonymous strangers this. Am I wrong? Should I have just accepted that she was going to play around and now that she is older she wants to settle down and start a family? Am I just so out of touch that I want to be with a person who would want to do that and then spend the rest of my life with them? Also, just for info here, there is nobody else. It's not like I'm saying no because there is another girl, which she is accusing me of, to our friends BTW. Edit. Wow, I posted this and then went out for the evening not knowing if anyone would even respond. I get up this morning and this thing has blown up. There are lots of great comments and I want to thank almost everybody for making me not feel crazy. There were some legitimate questions that were asked as well, and I think I'll just answer them here instead of trying to chase down every post. Why did I not slam the door in her face? That really is a legitimate question, one of which I do not have a good answer to. All I can say is that I was caught completely off guard. I had not seen her in years and I had no idea she was even back home. So I opened the door not knowing who it was, and when I saw her I froze. I thank God I have a screen door as well, because I have a feeling had there not been a barrier between us she would have tried to hug me. Question 2. How the hell did she make her family think we were still together for 3 years even though we were never together? I never went to their house and there are no Facebook photos of us during that time? Well, the answer to this is simple. I have no idea. From what I can tell, she had them convinced, because I guess she also had herself convinced, that we both agreed to the open relationship during college but would be back together permanently when she got home. Personally, I think the entire thing is fucking stupid, because let's pretend for 1 minute that I would actually agree to this bullshit. Never would in a million years. Why the hell would we avoid each other for the 3 years whenever she was home on break? So to be blunt, either they are dumber than I thought or she has manipulated them to the point of not even questioning simple issues. Now, the one thing I guess I did not mention in my original post is that her cousin, who actually is sane and has been level-headed about all of this, did tell me that she had a complete and total meltdown after I booted her off of the porch. She said that she cried for 3 straight days. I just don't get it. How in the name of God could she be this upset? I mean, she hasn't seen or spoken to me in 3 years, how could she even care? I mean that, how do you even care about someone after 3 fucking years? Please like and subscribe, and thanks for watching.